Welcome back to the Bluechip Breakdown, Vols fans. We are your hosts, Bull and P, and we're joined by a very, very special guest today in Ty Redmond, who is a three-star cornerback from Milton, Georgia. And, I mean, he's an absolute and total stud, okay? Class of 2025. We've talked about him a lot on the channel. But, Tyler, how are you doing, man? It's great to see you, and thank you so much for joining us.
Appreciate that. Great to be here, and I'm doing good, and just trying to get better every day.
Yes, sir. So I've been watching you work, okay, and you look good on Twitter, on IG, and, we're just kind of talking about that. But that right there is what I saw from, the time that I was coaching you when you was, like 5 or 6. So just for those of y'all who don't know, I actually got the opportunity to coach Ty. I was one of his first football coaches, but he was a guy that, like, literally, the first week of practice, as coaches, you're out there trying to look for your guys. Very first day, we knew Ty Redmond is a dog, okay? So we figured that out instantly. And he was the guy that we said, okay, we need him everywhere. Like, where can he impact this team at the most? So he starts off at quarterback, ends up playing running back too. And, he was the middle linebacker for us. He was one of those guys that literally, like, as a, 5, 6-year-old kid, he was rocked up. You know what I'm saying? He was just built strong. And as soon as we put those pads on, that's when we knew, because, I mean, he lit somebody up in the first hitting drill. So Ty, I mean, he comes from a great family, a whole lot of work ethic. He was one of the leaders of that team. Anytime we'll get done with practice, he's doing extra work, bear crawls, all that type of stuff. So as far as him being a dog, right, like what we want as volunteer fans, he has all of that. But Ty, I just want for you to kind of talk about your game, you know what I mean? Because you got that length and, you have great speed. A lot of emphasis is put on, I feel like with cornerbacks, especially, the further that you get up, I feel like with Tennessee, but also, aspirations of going on to the NFL, it's cornerbacks who can play man-to-man coverage with that length. And I feel like you possess all those tools. But just talk to me, some about what you think about your own game.
I'm very good in space, good feet with at my height, and physical. I could play the ball well, man. I could play press off zone. It really don't matter. I just being able to play multiple positions, and being versatile within my game.
Yeah,
love that.
Absolutely,
love that. Hey, so what would you say? Like, you prefer? You know what I mean? Like, when I play corner, I prefer to play off man. Like, that's kind of what I like. You know what I mean? Are you more of a press guy? You like play off, and then if you like play off, like I kind of almost prefer to not be in the pedal. I kind of prefer to be in that kind of side run, kind of already open, so I could break good that way. How do you prefer to play? Like, what's your preference technique?
I feel like it depends on the type of receiver you play, but in my opinion, I like to get my hands on people so I can disrupt the timing of the route or whatever the QB got with the receiver.
Love it.
Yeah. So look, that was something that, just in watching your game, just used, I mean, literally everything, so Milton, I see a whole lot of press man, especially, with you, but I mean, I see a whole lot of different coverages too. It looks like cover 3, cover 2, maybe some other different coverages, but man, that's the thing that I really love the most about your game is that you're willing to get up to the line of scrimmage and, put your hands on folks. And I mean, I don't see that enough, I feel like, in today's college game. But just kind of talk to me about, I guess some of the, like some of the different coverages and schemes and things like that y'all are running over there at Milton.
Our main coverage we run is cover 3, and then we switch it up and go 4 match, which is basically, man. It turns into man at some point, and then of course man cover 2, and sometimes we play like quarter half. Switch it up, give the QB a different look.
Man, yeah. So, I mean, so just for, those y'all that are, that don't really know what's going on with this, that's really big to have a high school player be able to come into college and already be well-versed in so many different coverages. I feel like you're going to pick up Coach Banks' system. Well, have they already started to kind of talk to you about the different coverages that they want you working on?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, dude, I mean, I'm super excited to get you up there. And then too, man, we have got to talk about that state championship game because Milton is a powerhouse, you know what I mean? And we always talk about 7A football here in the state of Georgia. And I mean, how it's just a week-to-week grind. It's pretty much like SEC ball. So, kind of talk to me about that schedule, but really, I want to really focus on the way that you balled out in that state championship game.
I mean, leading up to the game, we did a lot of film study, and we know what we had to do is disrupt like the QB's timing and not let him like sit back there and just pick us apart. So like at first, the beginning of the game, we didn't stick to that game plan. They were running the ball, they was running to pass the ball, so and we wasn't really getting like to the QB like that. Yeah. And then the second half came, we started stopping the run, forcing them to pass the ball, and then started getting turnovers. We got a fumble before my pick, and then we got another pick before my pick, and then we was up 3, I think. And then, you know, that fourth down came, and they ran the in route and picked the ball off and set our offense up for a good field position score.
Man, so I was watching that the other night. When you broke in that in route, like that was beautiful. You know what I mean? Like so from what I can see, like you were watching a receiver, and then as soon as he broke, you beat him to the spot. Like he broke, you broke, and you immediately got your eyes to the quarterback. Like, did you know that route was coming on that play?
Yes, sir. Like I said, we prepared for the game. So in film, they go to like we looked at their third down and fourth down type of plays, and sometimes they go 5 wide, and the slot man runs a little jig route outside, and they run a dig over top. So once I seen the slot guy go out, I already knew the play was coming right to me.
Wow.
Yeah, no, that was beautiful watching that. And then too, man, just, you know, kind of keeping up with that physicality. It's not just whenever you're covering guys, it's also getting off blocks, coming up and making tackles. I mean, we preach about that so much on this channel, and that's exactly what we love to see. You know what I'm saying? Like just Georgia boys, you know, again, playing in 7A, the highest classification. I think that it's the best classification in all of high school football, and seeing you ball out on the biggest stage is what was the most impressive to me. So, I mean, I know volunteer fans are just very, very, you know, excited to get you up on campus. But I also kind of want to talk about, you know, just some different things. Like, what is your, you know, like, what's your favorite sport? I mean, obviously football probably is, but are there any other sports that you really enjoy?
I mean, basketball, I don't really play it, but I just like watching it. Like, not so much of NBA, like regular season, but once the playoffs start, like that's when stuff get interesting because like they play for more purpose. And same with college basketball, like March Madness, they play more for a purpose. You know, seeing all the upsets and just the competitiveness of the game.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. So I know, and man, look, we said the same stuff. But so, what did you think about DK and Tennessee's run in the tournament? Or did you really get to watch it?
Yeah, I watched it. It was good. I feel like that last game we should have won really, but you know things didn't go our way because you know fouls and stuff like that. But it was good though. They were actually competing the whole way.
Yeah, man. You know, Tennessee, we've got pretty much every single sport is good. You know what I mean? Like the softball team, they look like they might be able to make a push for a World Series. Same thing with the baseball team. Obviously, we all know that the football team, I mean, I think that this year we're going to win a national title. And Ty, I think that once you get up on campus next season, we got another chance to win, you know, another national title. So back-to-back titles. You know, obviously women's basketball, we just got that new coach, you know, Coach Caldwell, who is coming from Marshall. Looks like she's going to have a beautiful scheme that's going to, you know, fit women's basketball perfectly. So I think that there's a lot to be excited about, but also just kind of like take us back to, you know, what your first offer was and, you know, when did you get that Tennessee offer?
My first offer was when I was at St. Francis Private School, 1A. So I played. I played a freshman year all year. Put up some film. I had 4 picks. 4 picks. You know that kind of put me out there a little bit. And then that spring, going into my sophomore year, a lot of coaches were getting like interests, and this one coach from NC State came up to see me, and we was talking, you know, chopping it up, and then he invited me to the camp,
Yeah.
camp, and then I went to the camp in the summer. You know, showed me around and stuff, and then going into the camp, I did pretty good. So after the camp, they said they wanted to offer me and they liked me. So
Wow.
from there, that's when it started to like, you know, I started getting out there and, you know, reporters talking to me and stuff like that. And then as well for Tennessee, I went there about like 2 times camp. I didn't do so well like the second time, so I had to go back up there again junior day when I was a sophomore though. And then that's when, you know, me and Martinez started like chopping up every day, building a relationship. And then the funny thing is about that offer, once I went to the junior day, like I wasn't expecting the offer. They just basically like surprised me with it. I was just getting to like drink down there at like the Smokies.
Yeah.
And then Coach Heupel was there, and then he brought Martinez, and then it basically just surprised me with the offer, just like that.
Man, it's beautiful.
Dope. That's dope, man. So what made you want to come here? Like, so tell us a little about Coach Heupel. How is he? Like, how did he recruit you? Kind of like, what made you like Coach Heupel, Coach Martinez, Coach Banks? Like, what made you want to come to Tennessee?
Just being able to give like for them to like actually like love my game, even not just like say that, even like just like actually genuinely meaning it without like having to second guess if they actually like me or do they actually want me here. Like, and I actually felt like they really truly believe like in my ability to play the sport and just how comfortable it is. Like the fan base is just amazing, and just the scheme they run, just all a part of it, and yeah, just the family culture.
Yeah,
love it, man. Love it. So did you grow up a fan of any team in particular? Was Tennessee your team growing up?
No, sir. It was Georgia.
Oh man.
It was Georgia.
Yeah.
Oh, it was Georgia. Oh man.
Yeah, it's Georgia. Yeah. So you know what? I'm trying to think back, Todd. Like I feel like whenever I was coaching, I feel like I talked to your pops a lot about Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? But I don't remember him ever saying nothing about Georgia. So I mean, well, obviously with you being from Georgia, is that why you like Georgia?
Oh yeah, this is the team I seen most when I was little. Well, my mom actually went to Tennessee. She a fan of Tennessee though.
Oh, okay. Dope. Yeah. Yes, sir. So that's super dope. So also just kind of talk to me about you know, like maybe some of your visits, right? Like just as far as like some visits to some games. What was the most fun game that you went to you know, I guess over these past few seasons?
Like any school?
No. Well, yeah,
Tennessee?
I mean, yeah. I guess any school. Yeah.
Well, for me, it was last year, the blackout at it was at Tennessee against South Carolina.
Yeah.
Nice.
That was the most fun.
That one sounds like it was, yeah.
Yeah, the crowd was hyped. The game was defense playing lights out. It was fun.
Yeah, man. You know, we had to get some get back from South Carolina because I mean, you know, back in 22, man, whenever Hooker went down, and there was actually, I mean, I don't want to bring this up with you on the channel, so this has nothing to do with what Ty's saying or what he's thinking, but it's rumored that Michigan was giving our signals and our signs to South Carolina. So let me also ask you this, Ty, because you've been up on campus here recently. You was at the orange and white game. What did you kind of like see with the headsets and stuff? Did you kind of see them using that? And also, what do you think about how the team looks heading into the summer?
I feel like they was using the headsets pretty fine, and I don't think it was like any issue or like anything going on. And as far as the team, I feel like we look good, and we're gonna be very competitive this year. Offense looks like they quick scoring offense. The defense look like they gonna put pressure on the QB and create turnovers and stuff like that.
Yeah, man.
Balls.
Yeah, man. So you know, it obviously offense. Defense works hand in hand with the front seven and with that back end. So are there any players that you are kind of targeting in this class, maybe in the upcoming 2026 class, as pass rushers or just at anything that you feel like could kind of help Tennessee moving forward?
As far as right now, I don't really like the player that I wanted. We already got it, Ethan Utley. But as far as other players, right now, I don't really know too much like how they feel about Tennessee or like they stack rank. But I do know the one player named Nick Brooks, tackle. I was a tackle. He visited up there. I'm trying to get him up there too.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to make sure that we look into that. So I know that Ethan Utley is good friends with your teammate Dylan Lewis, who also is coming up. Have you got a whole lot of opportunity to kind of interact with Utley?
Oh yeah, of course. Matter of fact, we all played on the same team in Little League, like in 12 years old. So I've been with Ethan like for a long time. So I've been trying to get him to Tennessee. Like, as soon as I committed, I was like, come on with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Where'd y'all play together at? Was it?
It was a travel team called Northland Giants.
I think I heard about that. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Nice. I know y'all was nice.
Yeah,
that's what's up, man.
Yeah, and so also, man, so speaking of Brandon Jacobs, you know that his sons are playing at Buford, and y'all got Buford coming up first game of the season, and Justin Baker plays there too. So how much have y'all been going back and forth about that big time matchup coming up here in August?
Ever since it came out, we've been already like talking about the game. Like ever since we seen that we got Buford, I already tasted them. And also, like, I train with a lot of Buford, like, people, so, like, we've been, like, just going at it, just friendly competition stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Love that, man. So, where's that? Is that game at Buford?
No, sir.
It's at Milton.
Yeah, it's at Milton.
And we got to make it out there for that one.
Yeah,
it's
man.
It's going to be good.
Yep, you already know. All right, well, Ty, we ain't going to hold you up because we know that you got to go get to your training, but we definitely want to thank you so much for being on the channel, man. And, we're really big fans of yours, obviously, man, and we wish you nothing but success. We know that you're going to ball out for our volunteers, and, just thank you so much for joining us today.
Appreciate that.
Appreciate you. Hey, Ty, I got one last question before you go. Hey, are you going to be an early enrollee? Do you know yet or no?
Yes, sir. Confirmed going to be in there in January.
January, yes, sir. Love to hear, man. Hey, we'll be watching, man. Be rooting for you, man. Good luck this season.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
All right, thank y'all. And hey, listen, please make sure, as always, to like and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell. We'll see y'all in the next one. Thanks. Peace.